Okay, tattoo design. So let's get the image that we want. You could do any image that you want, a dragon, something religious, tribal, beautiful angels if you want, right? As we go down, there's a lot of different angels we have moving around. Flowers, you could put flowers as your tat. What could they go on? You could type in muscular chest, male or a woman. You could type in back, woman's back, or a man's bicep. It's entirely up to you where you want to put your tattoo. I'll put it on this one right here. This chest works fine. I'll copy it, and there's a reason I'm doing it. It's got a lot of different grooves and shapes, and I want to show you why I'm doing that. Go into Photoshop, new file. As long as you copied the image, you could now paste it in. Edit, paste. Got the image of the guy in. I'm going to put really quickly, I'll put the Virgin Mary on him first, and then I'll put the dragon on him second. Alright, Virgin Mary. Let's go quickly. I'll copy the Virgin Mary. I'm going to come into here. I'm going to go to Edit, paste in the Virgin Mary. Right away that I've pasted her, I'm going to right click on her, convert her to a smart object. I'm going to bring her up a bit, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. If you hold by holding shift, you'll keep her in proportion. Let's lower her opacity and see how she's going to look on this person's chest. She actually looks perfect there. Alright, so let's bring her all the way up. She's good. Let's make before we do that, check this out. Watch. Click the move tool. Now, click on your layer. You're going to now make it, when you click on these are like some options for blending and overlays and stuff. Everyone's body is going to be different. So you're not going to get the same effect every time. Alright, and this one makes it black and whitish. So I feel like the darkened one is really good for her on his body. I like the darkened one. So I'll click on the darkened one, and you can even lower the opacity just a little bit if you needed to. Alright, now that you've done that, we can erase stuff that we don't need. Click on your eraser tool. Inside your smart object, watch, before we do anything, create a mask. On your mask, you erase on the mask so you're non-destructively messing up the image. So we're erasing parts of her. We'll get parts that we didn't need in here, and we'll get into this little area over here. Lower the opacity of this, and let's get in there and start erasing stuff that we don't need anymore. There you go. Cool. And now that's gone, right? And we'll make this a bit bigger, and we'll get rid of these parts over here, these definitive lines that we don't want. Now that she's in here, check it out. Let's move forward. I'm going to show you guys now the curves menu. So on this layer right here, Cntrl M. You know, this looks so good already that you don't have to really play with it much, but you play with these curves, you see how they move, and they edit things. You obviously can pull things down or up to get it darker or lighter. You're going to be able to play with that, and you figure it out how you like it. She just looks good here. I just wanted to show you that option. There's another one here. It's the levels menu, Cntrl L, or you go in this layer, image, adjustments, levels. In the levels menu, you're then going to, you could toy with the levels of her as well, and you make her lighter or darker if you want. You could even pull these and make the whole image darker or lighter. Alright, so you play with your levels menu. I have one more menu that I want to show you guys, which I'll show you afterwards. Alright, actually I'll show it to you now. In this menu, we're going to right click, go to blending options. In your blending options, move it out of the way so you can see everything. Now watch this. Watch your image. See how she changes when you move these over? Watch this. This gives you shadows. By holding Alt, break this up, and now I can create a little bit of a shadow over here. It doesn't really show it as much. Let's bring her over. Right? When you connect them, holding Alt breaks them. So there you have that. Alright? So that's that one, and this is the other side. By holding Alt, you could break this one and bring the other side over, okay? So we could bring it over just a little, but it's not really as necessary as on this particular image, right? So this looks pretty good. She looks good. Alright, let's just call it a day on this one here for now. I'm going to lower the opacity on it a little bit, and now I have this image on this guy. But however, parts over here I want to show you guys how to really make something special here. On this part of the layer, you're going to go to Filter, Liquify. When you go to Liquify, if you see it's black and if it comes out like this, that's alright. Click on this, Show Background, Show Image if you don't see the image. Alright, if it comes out just like this, click on Show Backdrop and you'll see it. Now watch how we're going to do this. On this smart object right here, we're going to click on this bloat tool. On the bloat tool, you're going to be able to, bloat tool. On this image here, we'll make the bloat size a little bit bigger. Roughly this, a little bit bigger than that. Alright, that's fine. Now watch this. On the bloat tool, I'm slowly tracing around those areas where there's definitive muscle. So I'm tracing here. There's muscles in here. There's a little bit of a muscle over here. Watch what this just did. When I hit OK, now you can see that her face is up above a little bit. And if I hit Cntrl Z, you see it's back again. This part right here, there's some bloat in here, right? So this looks fairly decent. I like it. It looks good. But let's define this part a little bit more. Let's get into here, right in here, right? In here with the bloat. So, all right, on this layer, I'm going to go to Filter, Liquify. Right? Make sure you see your image. Make sure you see the backdrop. We'll click on the bloat. We'll make sure that the density, you could lower it if you want so it doesn't go as predominantly. And in here, watch how I'm going to do this. In here, I'm going to bloat this part a little bit. Right in here for the abdominal muscles. Now watch, when you hit OK, look what that did. It gave me the definition of the person's abdominal. And then when you back out, you could see more definitive lines in here. Okay? I'm going to show you guys one more example of that and also how to make a color focal point. Watch this. I'll do it on another image. So what I did is I'm going to duplicate what I did just to show you guys how to do something a little bit different. Watch. So I'm here. I'm going to go straight to the my thing. I like this dragon right here. I'm going to copy him. I'm going to go into Photoshop. I'm going to paste this guy in. Alright, he's right here. I'm going to make this a smart object really quickly. You guys saw all of that, how I make things smart objects and everything. I'm going to fly through this really quickly just to show you guys the next phases of this. So this is it. Watch this. He's really gigantic here, right? Even bigger. I'm going to go gigantic. Let's go large. So there he is. He's a large image, large tat. Let's lower the opacity of him. See how he looks. I kind of like him. I want to put it right about here, and we'll flip it a little bit like this. Boom. There he is. Love him. Now, I'm going to go quickly for this one, okay? On this, now that I've got the size right and everything, I'm going to lower the opacity of this guy. Well, before I do that, let's hit this and let's go down it. I know that this guy looks pretty good with overlay. Darken looks legit on this particular skin color. So I'll lower this opacity a little bit more. And now I have him in there. He's darkened. He's overlaid. He's looking good. Now, what we're going to want to do is erase the parts that we do not need. So come into here. Obviously, I showed you guys how to make the smart object. We can right click, convert to smart object now if need to, which you did already. You then can, we have the mask here. So watch really quick. I'm just going to show you guys one other method of really making this thing. So here it is, right? Watch how we do. I'm going to make this black and white with a color focal point. I'm going to drop this down to luminosity. Now this is a black and white tattoo. In the black and white tat, oh wait, before I do that, my bad, I'm so sorry. I'm going to duplicate this tattoo. Now I have a copy of it. In this one, on the top one, I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Channel Mixer. Channel Mixer. And I'll go to Monochrome. And now it's a black and white image. It looks weird because the bottom one was seen. So now that I have that image here, That's a black and white image, and we want to bulge this a little bit. No problem. So I want to be able to see the abs and all the other stuff that comes through here. Not a problem. I'm going to, in this layer right here, I'm going to go to Filter, Liquify. In the Liquify one, boom. Let's get the pressure up, size. It's good. I have the sizes that I want, so I'm coming down here, getting that part of them. I'll go into show the image, the backdrop. Oopsie, sorry about that. We'll go to oh, here it is. Lower the my bad. We want to show the image itself. Good. And now let's get these abs in. Let's lower the opacity of the background. We have it. It's good. Sorry about that. All right. So as we're tracing all these areas over here, giving these parts of the muscles more definition, we can hit OK and just see how it looks. And boom, look at that. Now the muscles have definitions. The abs don't really. So let's go back into here. First of all, let's lower the opacity of this guy a little bit, just enough. So I see there's another ab right in there. It's kind of right in here. So I'll hit that really quickly. So we'll go into Window, Filter. Filter, Liquify. Oopsie, sorry. Filter, Liquify. And in the Liquify filter, you'll play around with it, and you'll get into here. It's the bulge, and make sure you define these abdominals in here. And you have another one in there. Good. And hit OK. And boom, now the abdominals are coming out, right? And you also know how to do that part now. So we have two different ones. We have the Virgin Mary who came out. She's coming along. And then we have this guy right here, right? Now watch. I want to make this eye in color. Here's how you're going to do that. Go into the other layer that you had, right? Get super close to the eyeball. So I'll get close to that eyeball. I'm going to get close to it. And now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the polygonal lasso tool in this layer, and I'm just going to trace this eyeball right here. It's okay if it's out of the line a little bit. In here, I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. And I'm going to take this eyeball, double click, eye. Drag the eye above the black and white one. Take away the other one. Now watch, we're going to back out. Now we have a colored focal point. We're going to get right into the colored focal point. Watch how we do this. We'll get closer into here, and we're going to erase just the outer edge. Just the outer edge, just kind of get rid of that little area right there, right? And now watch on this part. Well, we want to get rid of the outer part too, that we won't need, and we only want to color that eyeball. So watch this. You could also look on the eye. You can leave it like that if you wanted to and have just some crazy eye looking over there. Lower the opacity to match, right? Or what you can do is you can hit Ctrl U, and now I could change the color of that eye to make it blue or red, whatever you want. So I'll do blue. I'll hit OK. I'm going to lower the opacity of this. And now what you've done is you've created a colored focal point by giving it as much vibrance as you would possibly want to right about there. So now you can play with this stuff more. This is good. You have this style where it's like colored, all full color, and you have it here where we define the abs and everything in there. And then we have it on this guy where we went around everything and it's still there, and he's two-pieced. All right. Last thing that I think we forgot to just make sure we are good with is the blending options. Just once more, right click, blending options, move it out of the way. And lastly, instead of, you can move these around or hold Alt, break it up, and move it around. Okay, and you'll see the changes as it comes out and in. Okay, or just keep it dark. It's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong with this. All right, just please try and keep everything appropriate and play with all those menus. They are going to react differently based on the different color of the skin tone. Okay, have fun with this. Thank you.